talking about entrepreneurship as our topic and issue of today. We ended off with sacrifice, and there is a certain level of what would be termed security when it comes to a job. So every entrepreneur has to face certain sacrifices and hardship to make their dream work. We're going to go around the panel and we're going to talk about some of those hardships. So for those of you who are in the audience now who may be thinking about becoming an entrepreneur, or those who are already going through a level of building their entrepreneurship, welcome home. I'm going to start with Mr. Barkley.
Well, my story hasn't completely been written, no pun intended, but you know, I remember hearing about the black businesses that flourished during Jim Crow, where black folks were not allowed to patronize certain white establishments. So they had to go to the black business. And after Jim Crow ended, there was a grass is always greener syndrome where people in the black community wanted to go and get those same services from a white-owned establishment just because they couldn't do it before. And there was a catchphrase that was coined out of that phenomenon, and the phrase was, "The white man's ice is colder." Now we all know that ice is ice, but when you have a people that have been marginalized and may have had some racial identity issues, and so they preferred the white man's ice over the black man's ice. The inadvertent effect of that was that a lot of black businesses that once flourished in our own communities went away. And now what you see in a lot of black communities, you see Koreans, you see Asians, you see Hispanics, you see even Jews, but you don't see as many black-owned businesses in our own communities.
Now, when you went to embark on the entertainment industry, how did that shape what you were going to do? And did, in fact, it affect your decision to become self-reliant as opposed to just getting a regular job?
If you read about what happened to me in my book, I was specifically an artist, and I wasn't being a businessman. You know, I was catered since a young age. There was always handlers around me from a very young age telling me that what they wanted to do for me, because I was in high demand. I had a high profile. And so there was always people around that was going to do all these other things for me. And my attitude was, all right, let them do it. All I got to do is show up and rap. Now, as I progressed and got older, I realized that every single one of those handlers that I met had their own agenda. So now I never let third parties do the negotiating and speaking on my behalf. If I had a rewind button and I could do it over, hey, I would have started my own record label at the age of 10, you know. But here I am now, and we're going to learn from the lessons of the past, and we're going to apply it. And hopefully tonight, I'm here to learn more than I'm here to teach, because we have someone on the panel who has done it, and I'm looking forward to hearing what she has to say.